Many species, including human, show extraordinary differences between males and females. Differences in development, physiology, behavior, physical characteristics, and many others. And for some of those species, we know something about the genes that are involved in determining whether a fertilized egg, the embryo, becomes a male or a female. We also know that that difference between males and females, in some cases, can affect how diseases develop. Funding bodies, people who support medical research around the world, are increasingly interested in this issue of differences between males and females and how it's manifested in terms of the progression of disease. Because surprisingly, many studies that have been undertaken in the past have only looked at one sex. Or even when both sexes have been looked at, they haven't analysed the differences between males and females. So for the first time, the International Mouse Phenotyping Consortium is looking at the effects of sex on a grand scale. And what it's doing is that it's making a mutation in every gene in the mouse genome. And then it's taking all of those mouse mutants and asking, what is their phenotype? What are the characteristics that arise from that mutation in that gene? Do we find mutations where there's an effect in males which is not present in females, or vice versa? The answer is a resounding yes. There are extraordinary differences between males and females in terms of how they respond to faults in their genes. And when we look across the thousands of genes that we've analysed in Impc and look at the differences between males and females, that we find that around a sixth of all the parameters that we look at across all of those genes are significantly different in males and females. We see an extraordinary interaction, a huge interaction between sex and what's happening in our genes. We've heard a lot about personalized medicine and how increasingly medicine is looking to target therapies and treatments according to the specific genetic profile of the individual or patient concerned. Now we have another opportunity. We have an opportunity to think about the context of treatments in relationship to sex and whether you're male or female, and to look forward in the development and application of new therapies in the future, armed with this new knowledge.